I like power.
Oh my God!
Matter
What?
of fact,
Look at this right here, cuz.
I love being in control. I love to be the dominant one. You know, and
I ain't gonna count, gang. That sister kind of look like my uncle, bro. bro, I can't even lie to y'all, bro.
the dominant one.
Bro, this look what I ain't, bro. I can't count, bro. Bro, that sister kind of look like my uncle, bro. Fam, bam, man, what's happening, man? Y'all on, mob. So we back with another video, back with another reaction, man. Y'all make sure y'all sub it up, man. Trying to hit that 2100. We gonna hit that 2100. Then we gonna hit 3K, and from there we gonna go to 100. No cap. But anyway, but y'all disturbing, bro. Nah, y'all like when I react to things like this, bro. I don't know. I'm not gonna care. It be crazy as hell to me, but sometimes it gets too disturbing. So, I've done part 1, part 2. You know what I'm saying? We met Mindy. You know what I mean? The guy who actually gave away his manhood for a couple Folgers.
What?
And then we met Mark, who received Mindy's manhood for a couple Folgers.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Y'all told me, Don, just go ahead and react to the rest of the documentary, bro. And I'm like, gang, come on, man. Why would y'all even want to put me through that, bro? But we gonna react to it, man. If you don't know, this documentary is called Turned Out. You feel what I'm saying? Very disturbing documentary, bro. But I'm gonna say it sheds light on what really happens in the penitentiary, bro. You feel me? So it's keeping me far away from the penitentiary. I want to do the right thing no matter what. I'm not saying that it's fully because of the documentary, because, you know, I'm a believer in Christ, and I believe that if you do good, good is going to come your way. But I ain't going to lie, this documentary has helped me to basically push myself further right and left. You feel me? But we going to tap into it, though. If this your first video, though, man, like it up, sub it up, ring that bell, make sure you hit. Oh, man, we're going to try not to stop it, bro. But y'all know if it get a little bit too disturbing for me, I'm going to have to get up out of here. Can't cap with that. You did what I'm saying. Now let's get into it.
Julep is a prison world whiskey. Make it out of yeast, orange juices, and
I'm gonna be so close to some Jim Beam whiskey
rice.
until I might make Jim Beam soup.
It'll get you drunk, pretty much like free world alcohol. We got to drinking that night, and both of us was pretty tipsy. We were just laying on the bed back there. He was at one end of the bed, and I was at the other end of the bed. And he just started rubbing on my leg.
Oh my God!
Automatically, by me being pretty well drunk, I had began to come erect, you know, and
So you just gonna blame? So you just gonna blame it on the liquor, huh? You just gonna blame it on the liquor? That what we doing, huh? We just blaming homo activities on the liquor, bro. So come on, bro. Come on, gang. Come on, gang. The liquor ain't had nothing to do with it, folks.
I didn't have any complex about it. You know, I already liked him. He's a good-looking dude. Everybody liked him.
Oh my God.
Everybody still likes him.
What?
Part of the family now, Eddie was looked after by Mark's gang, especially by an older wheeler dealer, Jerry Gaskins, JG.
I'll make sure you have something to eat every night. You know, I'll make sure you have something to smoke. I'll make sure you have some coffee.
Another one? And why y'all keep talking about this damn coffee, bro? What's in the coffee? What's in it? I make sure he has something to eat. I make sure he has somewhere to lay. I make sure he had some coffee, bro. I'm a caffeine junkie too, bro, but and why it ain't no hair on this nigga face? Maybe you can't have hair on your face in the chain gang. Sorry. But please don't tell me he on the same ish Mark on. I know that ain't what they finna say.
But I'm not never giving it to him directly. He's getting it from one of my boys. And for me, my boys get my boys. You know what I'm saying? They tell them the type of person I am, you know what I'm saying? The benefits that they have being with me.
Say like if a new guy came today, then I just pull up on him, start talking to him, spending time with him, giving him advice. He would owe me.
Got some gas.
This nigga a counselor. Man, if I give him advice, he would owe me. So what you do? You set up the play, you send him over there to Jerry.
I got some gas.
You got some money? Yeah, I got some money. It smell like bell.
Come on now, don't get your nose all in me. What you want to do?
I ain't just buy this shit, man.
I'm telling you some gas. What you want to do?
JG, that's my righteous dog.
Yeah, bullshit, man. Where the other cup at? Huh? Son, give me that cup.
I'm just gonna buy your shit.
He's like the older brother that I never had.
Yeah. So you don't, hey, look, you ain't gonna just be drinking the whiskey, right? That's all you getting now.
I know y'all ain't finna
He
drink
like to get
this.
his boys hooked on whatever.
That's gas, ain't it?
Yeah, what the hell is this over here? And look at him, look at Mindy. Man, this shit crazy, gang.
And just as quick, snatch it away.
Take him get robbed.
No, you ain't finna
Sell
rob
us some
me.
bell, war.
We all right, man. Ain't no robbing here, bro.
They give me 10.
I tell you what.
Nah, I don't want no shit now. You owe me 10 bags now.
When that person might feel like, you know, no, it's not me or whatever, you know, then I cut him off. I cut his supply off.
Gang got the whole
So now I
bag.
give him time to think about it. You know what I'm saying? He was getting free dope. He was getting free whiskey.
Free coffee.
He was getting eating every night. He was smoking every night. And then he was getting free sex. Now he don't
What?
get none of that no more. And to be able to get that, then this is what he got to do.
They know if they could get me and they could invest a little bit, the way the game goes, I owe them then.
Because, you know, I could let him go out and hang out. You know, flirt a little bit. You know, and come back with some food, or come back with some cigarettes, or come back with some coffee.
But this is
Whatever, you know what I'm saying,
crazy,
I
bro.
Need it, you know what I'm saying, to make it through the next day.
It happens all the time. They can pimp me out, you know, and make, you know, triple, you know, make more money like that than what they've invested. So for me to live.
And you cool with that, gang? You cool with being pimped out, bro, to a bunch of men just so you can have energy? like, bro, this ain't making no sense to me, bro. Like, I don't understand the jailhouse, bro. That's why I try to stay far away from it, though.
Clean and have what I like. I guess when I started hanging around Mark and Mendenhall, they did that.
Limestone is a place filled with men who have spent their lives searching for families. Mark, JG, Mindy, Hips, and Eddie formed a family at Limestone Correctional.
Right. And that's the way we looked at it. We had a family.
After Mark had found out that I had slept with Mindy, he
Oh,
became
my God.
anxious. He wanted to himself. Then when I was spending time with him, Mendenhall would be jealous. So it was causing turmoil in the family. That's what we were, a family. It was causing somebody was always mad.
We're removed from our natural families. So we have to, we make bonds. and
HIV
friendships.
unit, bro.
Leonard Singletary.
Bro, this the HIV unit, Mark. HIV got a whole unit. Do it mean what I think it mean, though?
Leonard Singletary, an inmate confined to the HIV ward at Limestone, has watched makeshift prison families come and go over time.
We're closer than a lot of families on the street. We live together, we sleep together, we shower together, we use the bathroom together. Most families can
Shit
at least
weird.
close the door.
Power and lust get all twisted up together behind bars. In Alabama, Mark had gotten addicted to both.
I like power.
Oh my God!
Matter
What?
of fact, I
Look
love
at this
power.
nigga right here, cuz.
I love being in control. I love to be the dominant one. You know, and
I ain't gonna count, gang. That sister kind of look like my uncle, bro. bro, I can't even lie to y'all, bro.
The dominant one.
Bro, bro, I can't count, bro. Bro, that sister kind of look like my uncle, bro. If I had his phone number, I'd call him and ask him, like, bro, did you do a documentary when you was in the chain gang? But see, this in Alabama, so nah, that ain't him. But it looked like him. And he has been in and out the chain gang my whole life.
You know,
But that look just like Unc, I ain't gonna lie. That look like Unc, bro. Damn, that look like Unc.
and I practiced that and enforced that in every relationship that I've been in prison.
They gay ass nigga right here, boy.
Boys, but he wasn't satisfied. He spotted Matt.
I had strange feelings for him, and I can remember one day a white team lost a basketball game. So my used to be blood brother, a white guy, he took the basketball and kicked it over the fence. So when he makes this move, we had other gang members. So they wanted to do something to him, harm him, bring physical harm to him, right? So
Cause he kicked the basketball?
As well as Mother Blood, we stepped up. Without us, they would have probably killed him, slaughtered him.
Oh, a basketball?
The love that myself as well as others had for him, to where he did shit that jeopardized the whole family.
All right, for a white guy to go in the penitentiary, it don't matter if he's fucking rock hard and 300 pounds and it's just whoop everybody in that motherfucker that coming at him with game. For a young white guy like myself that was real skinny, wasn't working out and wasn't real healthy and shit, been doing drugs and shit, it's not just one or two people coming at him. It's just boom, 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 boom. Every 5 minutes, it's just boom, boom, boom. You know, it's constant.
They either want you for your money.
What you mean, gang?
Or your ass won.
What?
He and Matt were both doing hard time by the age of 19. Matt had gone from born-again Christian to Satanist, and then was invited to join the Bloods, Mark and JG's gang.
After 2 years of this...
Man, come on, man. What blood said they from, bro? What blood said they from, bro? This cap, man. This big ball capping. Like, what blood said is they from, bro? I know the Bloods do not claim them.
Every day waking up, go play basketball, then go play baseball, and then go to the chapel and go here and go there. I mean, it just got old. And then when I joined that gang, I could go over here and just chill with these motherfuckers, and they was cool, man. I liked them, you know. I didn't need to be in a gang. I wanted to be cool, you know what I mean? Just chill.
When Mark got transferred out of Limestone, Mindy began to take on the role of a man in charge of the boys.
Whenever they shift him, then that's whenever pretty much responsibility landed on me to make sure they're all right and to make sure nobody messes with them. You know, you got to.
So he went from a prison wife to a prison husband. Hey, when Mark got transferred out, they look to Mindy, man. This is crazy as hell, bro. I ain't never, but this is crazy, gang.
If you have to, die for them.
In Alabama, as in elsewhere, the boys don't really have a choice. If a man wants them, they're gonna get took.
That's crazy,
but
bro.
There are other ways to get turned out. It can come from an inmate, or it can come from a prison guard. In Florida, ex-Navy medic Robbie Craig got sentenced to 8.5 years.
3 strikes and you're out. I got caught. Breaking the window in the Jewish Community Center, passed out in the front seat of a vehicle.
Robbie was worried about getting even more time if he got into trouble. Trouble started soon after he arrived.
After your visitation, it's standard procedure for the inmate to be strip searched. And there was a sergeant that was in charge of the visiting park this day, Sergeant Anderson. And after my visit was over with, we go into what we call a shakedown room. It's a small room about 6 foot by 8 foot. Turn around, spread your cheeks, and bend over and cough. And what I did, Sergeant Anderson made a throaty noise like this, and
Talking about the police? Talking about the guard, bro? No, Mark.
He masturbated from inside the control room at me. And
Sergeant Anderson didn't stop there.
That's crazy.
He used blackmail to get what he wanted.
if I were placed in this same situation in what we refer to as the free world, I could have simply walked away. if he would have gone to place his hands on me, I could have defended myself. I could have broke his jaw. All this was going through my mind. I mean, thoughts just went, I mean, when something like that happened and you don't expect it to happen and it's just there and it's all of a sudden it's not happening like you thought it would happen in prison, another inmate, you know, to where you could...
First of all, bro, you went to prison with that on your mind, bro. Yeah, you know what I mean? And you done got churched by a guard, bro. And I guess you saying the reason you ain't break his jaw, the reason you ain't get up off me, fam, well, because you was scared that you were gonna get in more trouble. Man, get the hell out of here, man. Get the hell out of here, bro. I don't know, gang. I think I would have just had to get in more trouble.
You know, defend yourself or go down fighting or go down, you know, or die. You know, that's what you tell yourself is nobody's ever going to do that. But when it's somebody standing in a uniform and all you see is sergeant stripes and a whistle hanging there and an ID and these are the people that run your life, I didn't know what to do. So the only thing I knew,
do the same thing, fam.
15 years. If I hurt this man, I'm going to be in prison for another 15 years. Nobody's going to believe me. Nobody's ever going to believe this. If he's capable of doing something like that,
I just would have had to do them 15. I ain't capping.
Said, look what I found on you. You know, ripped his shirt and said, you know, you just assaulted me.
I understand, my boy, but I don't know.
Sergeant McLemore, who I had a great deal of respect for. He was my drill instructor, father, all in one. And Sergeant McLemore told me, he says, we're going to get that SOB. He says, I believe you. He says, I knew something wasn't right about him. I knew there was something there. I'm going to get him. Don't you worry about it. I'm going to get him. And as soon as I knew Sergeant McLemore was in my corner, I felt a great weight lifted from me. But I can't tell him exactly what's happening. It's like me sitting down like telling my father that, you know, that something like this has happened. You just can't tell him.
Collinsville, Alabama. They gotta be one of them sundown town, bro. I ain't gonna cap. Like, I ain't never heard nobody say they wanted to go to Collinsville. I guarantee you, in Collinsville, bro, they hang. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you that in Collinsville, look, cousins with cousins, sisters with sisters, brothers with brothers, white with white. Ain't no brothers in Collinsville. I can guarantee you that, fam. Matter of fact, I'm about to look it up. I guarantee you it ain't no brothers in Collinsville. Let's see. How many black people live in Collinsville, Alabama? Y'all ain't gonna believe it. So it's a small town, right? But it said only 4.6% of Collinsville, Alabama population is black African American, which is around 106 people out of 2,312. Out of 2,312, bro, only 106 on black. That's crazy. Now let's see, is it a racist town? We know it is. Is Collinsville, Alabama? Look, somebody already looked it up. A sundown town. There is no real very bad sundown town. However, other towns in Alabama like area and part of the kind of documents haven't been okay. So they say Collinsville ain't no sundown town. Let's see. Is it a racist town? Drawing on historical and recent reporting, it is an oversimplification to label. The town has segregated paid demographics living there. Okay, it used to be racist here. I don't know. It just signed like it's just an all white town, straight up.
Mindy's father, David Mendenhall Sr., was a trucker and a guitar player.
Sure. Help me remember all the good times.
I wonder do he know his son is a woman in prison. And he land with a black man. And he from Collinsville, Alabama.
Help me forget all this pain. Come stir my memory again.
I was usually home 2 days out of the week. And of course, a big part of that, I was catching up on some sleep. Yeah, you might as well say I really wasn't there, but I didn't study on it as to what effects it was having.
Mindy's grandmother helped raise him. She brought him into the ways of the Holiness Church.
Yeah, these 50-pound bags, David Jr. not here to do them for me, so I have to get them hauled back here. I have to keep my feet clean. Hey, chicky.
Ardith agonized over what to do when her grandson first went to prison.
There we go. And he was afraid to go to the authorities because they had threatened him. And he didn't know what to do, so he called me. He was nearly to a nervous breakdown. I called a lieutenant immediately and moved David to a cell to himself.
And many nights I remember walking back to my dorm.
Oh, that crazy.
After they cleared the count. And I'd cry on the way. You know, ask myself, how would I get into this? You know, and sometimes I'd ask God, how could this happen? Because it's something at the time I didn't understand at all.
And I believe that today that we have taken out this service here to ask God to help our brother David Mendenhall, who has been in trouble and served. How many years has he served?
It's going on 6 years.
We don't know, we don't judge. But how many of you know probably that's enough time? How many of you know that God knows how to deliver? God knows how to set people free. God, then you know how to deliver David Mendenhall. God, we pray for him, Jesus. God, that you would help him.
You feel it clear through your core. And those kind of experiences, being pimped out and the homosexual activity and such as that he's had to deal with in there, I honestly...
So his daddy know, bro. His daddy know they pimping him out, bro. Man, I bet that was a hard pill to swallow right there, boy.
Sincerely hope it's something that he's just had to adapt to that will go away on its own. That he doesn't enjoy.
But y'all some nasty. Hey, that kind of like my uncle too. But y'all some nasty. But y'all nasty in that chain game, boy. I ain't gonna kill.
That when he gets out, he can put behind him.
But behind how?
To bring it up.
Sure would be nice to have David Jr. at home by myself and not as young as he used to be. And they had everything a baby could possibly want. The church now gave him a beautiful shower.
Oh,
and
daughter
everything
died.
seemed to be going great. But he would just work to death. He says, Grandmother, he hardly knew what happened because he was half awake and all. But he bumped himself and kind of lost his balance. He threw the baby back on the bed. They brought it against him as child abuse and murder.
Oh, he killed a baby?
First,
they ought to pimp his ass out. They ought to pimp him out every chance they get. He killed a baby, bro. Come on, man. Like, dog. And he talking about, how did I end up in this situation? Bro, you killed a baby, bro. You scum.
And then they called it murder.
If he's learning things that he should be learning from some of these prison daddies or whatever.
Prison daddies.
I hope the things he's learning in there that a person doesn't need to know, he forgets or doesn't take to heart.
BPS is on her stomach, standing for Black Peace Stone, and she's holding a dope sack over here on this side of her arm. My partner Mark, and that's my partner Silk. On this side here, she had my mother Betty, my sister Brenda, my grandmother Alberta, and my nephew Lai.
JG, Mark's partner, got busted for burglary. JG was born in Pleasant City, a dangerous slum in the heart of West Palm Beach.
I grew up in a family of 9 brothers and 4 sisters. My father, he left, when I was like 9 years old. My mother, because I was the only child and the things that I was getting involved in. I was a baby. So she brought me up here to the Dothan, Alabama. I started feeling my way around and found out they had disciples and they had Crips, but they didn't have many Bloods. So I started the Black Peace Stone Blood Nation in Dothan.
Gang, so I'm looking up like what happened to Mendy. I think he died, bro. But it say Alexander, little counter in memory of David Lee Mendenhall Jr. They say you have to be a real lowlife to post nasty comments about a deceased person on their online obituary. The family should sue YouTube or any other social media outlet that continue to allow users to post or pretend to be this man. My condolences to this man's family and friends. 2 handfuls send me here. I believe he was Mendy's ex-husband. Believe in G. Who say something nice? Just beautiful. He is dead. Him dying does not negate the fact that David murdered his. Oh yeah, it was a blatant homosexual. Yeah, did him, gang. I looked him up, cuz. I dreamed the one that was in the Turned Out Prison documentary. Yeah. Dang, it's crazy.
I shot a guy in the project. He was the opposite gang member, and he disrespected me. So I shot him. I got 20 years for it.
Lamar had that charge from the very first day. He made the choice to do what he wanted to do. We never denied him nothing.
I grew up in Pritchard with my grandmother, my mother. Lived there all my life. Slum area, ghetto, full of drugs, prostitution, murders. Basically just a straight ghetto.
Mother signed him off to his great-grandmother, and she had control of him. There was no man in the house for him growing up. So he was around a bunch of ladies.
I didn't grow up with a father or uncles or nothing like that. No father figure. So I looked up to the Bloods as like role model. I joined at a young age. It was more so like a family to me. You know what I'm saying?
See, I wouldn't know what a Blood is or I never dealt with gangs, I was blind about all that. I would go and try to pick the boy up on weekends. Not one weekend went by that he came stay with me, that his great-grandmama didn't call my house as soon as we got him to the house. She never gave him the chance to stay with him. And once he got up, 12, 13, then she wants to go and call me. Want me to chastise the child or something. I would have had to fight him and all this here to get him. And I just couldn't see it. It wouldn't have happened. It would have been worse.
Nah, yo, he probably would have killed you, gang. He didn't really look at you like a dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you tried to get him when he was little, but then he get old and his grandma realized, ain't nothing I could do for Lamar. she like, hey, come get your boy. He like, bro, he 14, 15 now. He probably can whoop me. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, that's the worst thing that can happen, bro. When a kid realize like they can whoop their parent, or they parent afraid of them, or they parent want to be their homie. Like, nah, you feel me? He ain't raising. Like, by the time you 14, 15, bro, you raised, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you raised. Like, nah, my boy. So I feel him on that.
I think with me and him than it is.
Even though he should have got some kind of legal documentation or something so that he could get his kid when he could get him, so he can teach him things. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't want to be in that boy life anyway. If when he get him, the great grandma, the grandma, the mama on their way to get him, soon as he get him, he was like, man, y'all have him. Like, he wasn't tripping anyway.
Unlike Mark's father, Robbie Craig's dad was around in the early years. But Randy Craig, a former and feared penitentiary captain, was not adverse to knocking his son around and disowned him at the age of 14.
He ran our household like he ran the prison. He was in charge of riot control at the institution he was working at. He would dress up in riot gear and practice movements with his baton, with me.
We'd set up surveillance here at the maintenance shop.
He would put on the riot gear and knock hell out you and your little brother like he finna go in there and bust in a prison cell. Boy, he was an L dad for sure.
But Randy Craig, a former and feared penitentiary captain, was not adverse to knocking his son around and disowned him at the age of 14.
He ran our household like he ran the prison. He was in charge of riot control at the institution he was working at. He would dress up in riot gear and practice movements with his baton, with me.
That's crazy as hell.
Here at the maintenance shop. Inside the cabinet shop was an inmate by the name of Robbie Craig.
They came in and told me that they were going to set up hidden cameras, and that if they seen Sergeant Anderson break the law in any way, that they would be there to stop.
Sergeant Anderson was a fun boy. Look at, you could tell he fun as hell. Look at him.
Well, as soon as he exposed himself, I'm like, got him. This man's being caught red-handed, but they don't come out. They don't rush in. It ended up being like 22 minutes. But finally, when they came running in, and Inspector Pacioli with his badge held high, Sergeant Anderson with his pants down.
Oh, my God.
Putting the cuffs on.
Sorry,
that was a good feeling. And it made me smile.
When we found Anderson, he insisted he was only trying to be a friend to Robbie Craig.
What?
He now lives 10 miles downstream from the prison, making ends meet as a fishing guide.
I'm still having heart problems. The publicity and all that went along with everything, it just destroyed my family.
He had to give up his state certification to work at the correctional facility. Here, I find out this man didn't spend one night in jail. He didn't go to jail. He didn't go to prison. Nothing happened to him. He got his hand slapped, he lost his job, and he's still out there on the street.
That's crazy.
Things happen that screw people up, and I can't believe that someone that you try to help would actually stab you in the back.
Bro, how you trying to help this man by sleeping with him, gang? It's called accountability, you fun ass nigga. You fun as hell, bro. You know what I mean? You wanted this man to basically provide all your deepest, darkest secrets and what you want to do to a dude, and you want him to just say, "You get me a phone," or "You whoop-de-doo." You know? Come on, man. Come on, bro. You bogus as hell and you fun as hell, and they should have locked your ass up for what you did to that man.
One more, get it.
What? I know this ain't Master P talking about we finna dig up in his spine tonight. Like, do Master P even know that they be talking like they playing his song on these what does
So this particular guy was here before. He was a blood. In Alabama, you know what I'm saying, a lot of places, you know what I'm saying, they don't believe in a white guy being a blood.
That situation there was really fucked up. The guy, he was a blood. True enough. When I arrived at the prison, I was introduced to him. I had feelings for him, lust. At first, it kind of struck me.
What?
You know what I'm saying? They were telling me, hey, man, this white dude, he's blood also, you know what I'm saying? So I felt like, well, hell, he had to show some type of heart. But by us acknowledging him as blood, I pushed that lust to the side.
As far as Bloods come, they wasn't with that shit. They had told Lamarck and JG time and time after again, you know, you need to quit fucking with them sissies because, you know, you don't, that's making us look bad.
Oh, so the Bloods wasn't with it, but they just couldn't help it.
It was football season, you know, and every motherfucking prison gonna watch football.
A lot of satanic stuff on the wall inside one of the dorms here.
The captain and the lieutenant, they come around and do daily inspections of the whole dorm. So they go in the closet and they see all this shit painted on the wall and they go off. I mean, they have a fit. Until we find out who vandalized his room, there'll be no football.
But he's a blood, so nobody can't go clutch him out.
Another blood come to me, say, hey, man, you know who put that shit in that room? I said, nah, who? So he tells me, he said, Blood did it, the little white boy. So I'm like, what?
Once again, Mark seized the opportunity to begin his mind game.
I walk him around the prison compound, we talk. I basically let him know, you know what I'm saying, how I had felt betrayed by what he did. But basically, I just made him feel guilty. I started to put my plan into making. So I let him know that I want him to be with me.
What?
I let him know that I want to have sex with him.
What?
I let him know I want to lay with him.
Oh my
been drinking,
God.
been smoking some reefer or whatever. And I go to my little brother's cell. Oh, I call him my little brother Mark.
This is my righteous dog, you know what I'm saying?
They just gay together.
He comes in.
They just the gay first.
So I asked him, I said, man, you know what you did.
Hey, nothing against gay people, though. I want to put that out there. I have nothing against gay people at all, bro. I just feel like this is wrong, bro. This is wrong as hell. These guys in there turn out these little white boys like it ain't nothing, bro. And they talking about it. This crazy as hell, bro. But this is why y'all need to stay the hell out of the penitentiary, bro. It ain't no fun, bro. You smell me? Yo, got free the guys. Even though they turning out these white boys, but you think they ain't turn out some brothers too? You think? Come on now. Okay.
Could have got a lot of people messed up. So he like, yeah.
He doesn't make it any better. He jumps right in.
I say, what if we rape you right now? How will you like that?
What?
He started crying and begging and pleading. You know what I'm saying? Mark, I don't want to be like this. I don't want to be gay. I don't want to. But at this time, you know what I'm saying, I'm out of control. I don't want to hear nothing, no talk.
My little brother, he jump up and he slap him real hard. And he done got serious because he really wanted to be with this person all alone.
I tell him to turn around. So he moves slightly. I tell him to turn around again. He still doesn't want to turn all the way around. So I said, bitch, if I have to tell you to turn around one more time, I'll break your jaw. So he turns around.
Like, put his hands against the wall, like, spread them like the police and make you spread.
I tell him to take his pants off. He doesn't want to do it. I punch him in the face. You know what I'm saying? I squeeze his ass cheeks. 2 handfuls. He tenses up. You know. So I take my pants off. I mean, he's just sitting here the whole time. I had a pair of red and white Jordans with some red shoestrings. So I ain't got nothing on but these tennis shoes and my undershort. I give him the grease. And I tell him to put some on his finger. Stick it in his ass and you know what I'm saying, kind of like fuck himself. To loosen himself up. Because I know he had never been penetrated before. It was his first time. Just an old penitentiary trick that I learned from some old convicts. if he screamed rape, you know what I'm saying, he had grease under his fingernail. So he greased his own self up.
Oh my
You know what I'm saying?
God.
I'm just gonna basically lie and tell him I've been fucking him. He's been my boy. Hell, they gonna buy it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go to the extreme and get 4 or 5 other guys that lie and say I've been fucking him too, been taken care of. He's been my boy.
But I said, what if I take this knife and stab it right through your face? I said, well, you like that? So he's scared now when he see this knife. You know what I'm saying?
They had a knife to my eye and one in my throat right here, my jugular. And I'm telling you, I could just feel them, you know, sticking me. And it's like if they put any pressure on, it's gonna cut me wide open, you know?
I go to fucking him. You know what I'm saying? Slowly at first, you know what I'm saying? And try to loosen him up. And it was tight. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was definitely a virgin.
I can't do it no more, man. I can't do no more, bro. What the fuck? Hey, kids, stay out the chain gang, bro. Stay your ass out of the chain gang. This is what goes on in the chain gang. This is what they ain't gonna let y'all see. This is what they ain't gonna talk about. The homosexuality, the sexual assault, things of that nature in the chain gang, bro. Stay the hell up out of there, bro. Stay out of there. Y'all just... I don't even need to hear no more, cuz I don't even want to know. Y'all don't send me no more. I don't need to know no more. Whatever hell I'm having, but stay up out the chain gang, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Stay out of it. Ma life or no life, Ma with no way, man. Y'all know how we coming. OTM, we getting it straight out the mud, man. Y'all make sure, man. Y'all like, comment, sub it up. That was a crazy one, man. 2100, man. Let's go. You know we got the streets, nigga. We got the trap too. I say my trap doing numbers, I just bust another jewel. Got a player around the corner, hey. I say my trap doing numbers like that 05